Just remember what your old pal said. You've got a friend in me. Oh, you've got a friend in me.
Friends, with a gentle breath, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And shift your awareness and your attention to that glowing warmth in the center of your being. That place that is loving, that is friendly, that is kind, that is welcoming. That place where you are called to be the presence of unconditional love. That place that allows us to greet one another with an open heart and the possibility and the potential of relationship. Pause for just a moment and focus on that warmth of unconditional love. That wellspring in consciousness that is showing up, constantly flowing through you as a river of love into this manifest world. Let's pause for a moment and just be in the presence of that love as the physical manifestation of that love. Because when we are truly the presence of that unconditional love, we greet one another with love and with an open heart. So there in the silence and in the stillness, be in that flow of love for just a moment. One with each other and one with the Spirit. By being the presence of love, we follow in the footsteps of our way shower, Jesus the Christ. We live from our own Christ potential, living into the assured divinity of who we are and we open ourselves to the chance to learn and to grow. And so with an intention to stay present to this unlimited wellspring, this flowing river of life and of love, keep this foremost in your mind, that this is the embodied truth of who you are. And yet bring your awareness back to this apparent separation, to this manifest world, this playground of planet Earth. Bring your awareness to here and to now. Aware that you are the presence of love. I am the presence of love. I am able to be love. Bring that awareness with you now. And when it's comfortable and you feel ready, bring your full attention back to this place and this time and this space where we are gathered as one in spirit. And as we have spoken, so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. You've got a friend in me. Oh, you've got a friend in me. And as we prepare to receive Rev Todd's message, I'm going to sing this one by Ricky Byers, and it's called Use Me. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, and God's so much more than the earth and the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you is the source of all creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me and as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. And here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. And here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Thank you, Deidrey. How was everyone's assignment this past week? Challenging, huh? Well, I never said this was going to be an easy thing, did we? Oh, if you're not remembering, or maybe you missed, like we had an invitation last week, a simple invitation. Choose a truth that you believe and live it. A truth that you believe and live it versus agreeing with it. Because agreeing is, right, agreement lives in your head. But belief we embody. Belief is about that fifth principle. We have to take that truth we know and live it, put it into action in our lives. And so someone asked for some examples from me. And I gave a few at the time, and I've been thinking about that because, you know, this is where we run into today's topic when we're trying to wake up and to stay awake and to live the life that we say we want, and yet we have these spiritual truths like unity. We teach that we are whole. There's nothing missing. We are whole. But if I truly believe that, then I don't build my identity around what I've been told is broken, what I'm told is wrong, what I'm told is missing. And we can agree that, you know, we teach this principle, this idea that we trust life, that we trust God. And if I believe that, if I believe that I can trust the unfolding access and activity of life, then I don't build my actions around this belief that I carry everything like it all depends on me, on my actions. And yeah, we do that, right? We do sometimes because we agree with it because agreeing is comfortable. Agreement can be comfortable. But belief moves us. Belief moves us. I'm always reminded of Jesus looking at the leper and saying, "Do you want to be well?" Well, do you? Do you want to be well? Then to pick up your bed and walk. Living the truth requires action. And so, but this true is where the comfort trap shows up in our lives. Because there was some part of the leper that was comfortable being there laying on the bed next to the pool. Comfortable. We have this idea that we are all seeking peace. But often what we're really doing, like we say, we label it, oh, I'm seeking peace. But what we're doing is we are protecting our comfort. We're protecting our comfort because, comfort's important. Comfort is familiar, it's predictable, and it's known. Comfortable is familiar. And I want to be clear when I say peace. This is our clarity, right? When I say peace, I'm not talking about everything feeling easy. I'm not talking about the absence of difficulty or even the absence of adversity. I'm not talking about the absence of our emotional state. For peace, I'm talking about our inner steadiness. Our grounded awareness of God, of life, of love that remains even when, and especially when, life feels uncertain, when life looks uncertain. So peace is not going to be the removal of our challenges. It's not the removal of any adversity. It is the presence of something deeper in the middle of conflict. Peace is steadiness, not ease. And that kind of peace often requires movement, action, putting the truth we know into action in our lives. Before ministry, I worked in a medical practice. Many of you know this. And I remember a very heartfelt conversation once with the doctor in our organization. And she pointed out that in order for people to be well, they must want to be well. That must be their desire. And they have to recognize that that will require something to change. And some people say they want to be well, and they really don't. Because it would require some sort of action, and if I do that action, it changes things. And this is not about blaming anyone or shaming anyone. This is about the awareness that I remember one patient in particular who was dealing with chronic, undeniable pain. And it was pointed out that perhaps that person, if they no longer had that pain, would no longer have the attention and support from their family that they really wanted. And so it was more comfortable to live in the discomfort of the pain because they got the attention and the support and the connection that they wanted. We have a human tendency to hold on to what limits us because it is familiar. because it's comfortable to be there. And I had a moment of recognition in this story. Because I believe that spiritually we do this too. That we can get stuck in our discomfort, right? We in our hiking parable, out on the path to take a walk and to hike, we have a map. We have a compass. We have some water. We know that we've got to go this way. We have the directions, and yet sometimes we still stay rooted in where we are, not moving. Right? Not really being lost, but maybe thinking, oh, I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. We stay here because being here has become familiar. It has become comfortable because I recognize that tree. I recognize that bird call. I know exactly where I am, and I know that if I stay here, I'm not going to come across a lion or a tiger or a bear or a tin man, someone without a heart, someone without a brain. I can stay right here and be comfortable. Because I would rather remain in my known discomfort than take one step into an unknown freedom. You ever felt that way? I would rather be where I am than to be free, because free carries responsibility. Freedom requires responsibility. And sometimes when we say, I want peace, I just want a little bit of peace, what we really mean is, I really just want some predictability in my life. I want everybody to behave the way I know they're going to behave. Sometimes we ask for, we pray for, we embody this idea, transform me. We step into this idea of use me. Use me, and then we protect the patterns that prevent us from doing that. We protect the patterns that don't allow us to experience the transformation. Because we're comfortable. And we know that, we have this, we put into this belief, right? We're not agreeing with this. We agree that if I want to change the world, I have to start with me. I change myself, right? Be the change you want to see in the world. We agree with that, but we believe and we put our action in, I'm going to fix the world by changing other people. Have you seen that work? No, but boy, do we sure try. And then, because we're like, I'm comfortable and not changing, and they should change. All of this out here should change. But, because if I have to change, I'm not going to be comfortable. And then what we end up doing is we put on our very fancy, comfortable victim leisure suit, right? Because we're comfortable in that. We get comfortable in being a victim. Not because we want to suffer. We get comfortable not because pain isn't real, We get comfortable because it's familiar. And this past week, if you were like, what is this truth that I say I believe, and how can I live this? And it's challenging. I think it's because we're running up against this experience of comfort. It's comfortable. I remember a conversation with a loved one once who said, "I'm too old to change." You ever said that? You never known somebody to say that? I'm too old to change. Well, let me tell you what. If you are still in the divine life of God here in Playground Planet Earth, you are not too old to change. That is the one, absolute truth, is that we can believe that change is possible for ourselves. And to believe that we can't is to attach to, I believe, one of the most repressive acts of self-sabotage, to shackle ourselves to what feels comfortable in spite of the fact that it is a place of pain. When we are in our leisure suits of victimhood, it gives us a way to explain how we are feeling without requiring us to move, to do anything different. And sometimes in our attentiveness, right, we say, "Oh, I have self-awareness. I am self-aware because I know that this is my pain." And what we're really doing is we are engaging in avoidance. We're not stepping into an upright position and picking up our bed and moving our feet. Here's a very deep truth for us in this human experience, knowing that we are fully human in expression and that we are truly divine in the truth of who we are. None of us is here to deny the pain of the world. And we are not here to be defined by the pain of the world. We are here to bring something into it. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, they are in the world. He is praying for people. They are in the world, but not of the world. Not separate from it, but not defined by it. And on the surface, this sounds like separation, as if we are meant to withdraw from the world. And that's not what this means. Metaphysically, it is not about location. It is about identification. To be in the world means that we are fully present to life, just as it is. And buddy, can it be messy and painful and joyful and exciting all at the same time? But to be fully present to it as it is, the circumstances, the challenges, the realities, and to be not of the world means that we are not defined by these conditions. And maybe you see some conditions in the world that you have allowed to define your experience. Our identity does not come from appearances. It comes from the presence of God within us. I'm going to say that again. Our identity does not come from appearances. It comes from the presence of this wellspring of life, love, intelligence, of every good thing that is within us. That is the truth of who we are. And so as fully spiritual beings, we can clearly see what is broken without becoming internally shaped by it. We can feel deeply without losing ourselves in that place. Jesus also says, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. And light does not deny darkness. Light does not become darkness. Light reveals. Light transforms. So you and me, we are not here to deny the pain of the world, and we are not here to become defined by it. We are here to bring something into it. What do we bring into this experience on Playground Planet Earth? This is our call to spiritual life. This is our call to see, what does it mean to be fully human and fully spiritual, to embody our full divinity, right? To be fully present, but not defined, to be aware but not consumed, to be engaged in this world and yet still be rooted in truth, so that we can, with clarity, stand up and say, use me. Oh God, use me to be a channel of love, a channel of life, a channel of your wisdom. To choose to see clearly and still choose to be joyful. To recognize the brokenness that shows up in the manifest world and still embody wholeness. To feel deeply and still live freely. Peace is not going to be found in staying where we are comfortable. Peace is found by becoming who we are meant to be, and we do this by aligning our thoughts, our beliefs, our words, and our actions. We step into that fifth principle. The gift of that principle is integrity. We live into our integrity by making sure that what we say we believe is what is guiding our actions. And so this week, the practice is simple. Notice where you are staying in discomfort. And take one uncomfortable aligned action with what you believe, not with what you agree, but with what you believe. And if the action that you are called to do feels too difficult, too challenging, too fearful, then ask for some clarity from that higher place, that Christ light, that wisdom that is within you. Because if we believe this, and this is true, then something must change. If this is true, something must change. Right? And what is this going to look like? You might finally speak to what that topic that you have been avoiding, but doing it as the presence of love. You might release control in real time and give this up. You might interrupt a negative pattern that keeps showing up over and over and over again in your life. You just might take a moment and choose joy when normally you would stay heavy-hearted and sad. And these actions don't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be like the leper that's laying by the pool that stands up for the first time and we don't know how long and carries their bed. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. It does not have to be perfect, but it needs to be movement. It is not enough to know the truth. We must put that truth into action in our lives so that we can be the change we wish to see in the world. Choosing comfort will result in you being exactly where you are. And there is no judgment against that. But choosing comfort keeps you exactly where you are. But take a look at that. If where you are is the experience of life that you say you want, is this the life you say you want? Is the life you are living the life you say you want? If these spiritual truths are true, something must change. Something. So, where have you become complacent in the comfort trap? Where are you being invited to move? Use me, oh God. I stand for you. And here I'll abide. How will love use you when you decide to step outside the comfort of your discomfort, to step outside the fear that has held you back? What will you do? What does it look like in your life to pick up your bed and walk? I want to know. Unity is not just about the teachings of truth. It is about living it. It is about taking the truths that Jesus taught us and putting them into action in our lives. So let's get busy and live the truth we know. And so it is. Thanks for hearing me today, friends. I love you.
That was a powerful message, Rev Todd. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am. 'Cause I'm ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I am ready for my next thing to do. I I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that will never return. Think I finally learned, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing for someone else's stuff that will never be mine. I think it's time, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for that thing I'm to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Not surviving many times before, broken hearts and slammed doors. I'll be alright, yes, I will once more. Just as I did back then, so I'll rise again. So everything new, everything new, bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for that thing I'm to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new. That was Daniel Nehmert.